Hey, John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I'm firing off a few quick questions here, so this should be a quick video. I got this question from a gentleman. I'm not going to say his name. I'll say Dave because, hey, just a first name. Dave is a pretty common name. Anyway, Dave wants to know about specifically subcontracting. So he's a consultant. He is billing his clients. He wants to know if he needs to tell them if he uses subcontracting or subcontractors to get the work done so that they know that it's not just him working on it. So this is a good question, Dave, right? I mean, it's good you have integrity and you want to keep that integrity. That's really important. So you definitely don't want to lie. You want to be upfront and honest. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you have to reveal all the details and how everything works. It's how you present it, right? So if you go into a client and you say, look, I'm going to bill you X amount of dollars per hour and I'm going to be working on this just me, right? And then you hired out a subcontractor, that would be compromising your integrity because you're lying in that case, right? You're hiding details. That's what the agreement was. But if you structure the deal such as you are a XYZ consulting company and this is what the deal is, and you say that my company will produce this result, will bill this much per hour that is worked on, right? And that's the deal. And you don't provide the details of how the work is going to be done, and you deliver the result that you said, that's totally fine. You don't have to reveal that you use subcontractors, right? Now, it could come back and bite you, right? But you're the one taking that responsibility, right? If subcontractors produce subpar work and then your client says, oh, this isn't very good, right? You might either have to fess up then and say, well, I didn't write that code, but I am responsible for it. I use some subcontractors, or it's just going to look bad on you, right? They're going to ruin your reputation. So you're taking on that. So I guess, again, I don't want in any way to come across as telling anyone to be deceptive and to compromise your integrity. Your integrity is extremely important, right? That is extremely important. I tell it to you guys straight because I value integrity. I want to keep mine intact. And so, but at the same time, you don't have to reveal everything, right? And you can set up contracts, and you have to think strategically to your advantage. You don't want to present your bad side, right? You don't want to say, the way that you structure something makes a big difference, right? You could have two exact same things, and you could structure it one way, and you could structure it another way, and one would seem appealing, and one would seem not appealing. So you want to think about how you're going to do things on the back end and structure what you're delivering, what you're offering in the best light possible, and not highlight the things that someone might say, oh, I'm not sure about that, right? So definitely, think about it when you structure it, practice it a little bit. And if you get ultimately asked, are you using subcontractors, then there's two ways you could answer that. I mean, obviously you're not going to lie, right? But what you could say is that sometimes my consulting company does use subcontractors, but we still guarantee the work. It's still going to be checked by me personally, whatever, Or you could say, yes, I do, or I am planning on using subcontractors on this. Again, but I reassure you, you have a guarantee. And you can talk about that, but the key thing, like I said, is just being honest and thinking strategically about how to present something. But there's no reason why you have to reveal all the details. So many people get tripped up on this and they don't realize that that's not necessary. It's not lying, but again, you got to think about it. What is going to make sense in the situation? How am I going to package this so that it does make sense and that it does work out? So anyway, hopefully that helps you. I know it's kind of a tricky question, and ultimately, I mean, you're going to have to trust your gut. If you can't feel comfortable without just revealing it all out, then you might have to do that. personally, I feel totally comfortable with structuring things in a way where I'm saying, this is my company, Simple Programmer, this is what I'm going to produce for you, and this is, you know, how I achieve those results. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. You know, I'm the expert. This is my specialty. I'll produce them, you know, how I produce them. We're agreeing on the results, not on the process. I don't want to be micromanaged. I don't want you to tell me how to produce a thing. That's another way of thinking of it. Anyway, hopefully that helps you. If you've got a question for me, email me at john@simpleprogrammer.com. I do try to get to most of the questions. I get a lot of emails. So keep it short if you don't mind. You know, I get like hundreds of emails a day for sure. So anyway, but I love to answer questions and do videos. So if you like this video, if you like this channel, you know, give it a subscribe. I'm trying to grow up to, we're going to get 50,000 subscribers by the end of in one more year. So talk to you next time. Take care.